Hello, my lucky cats. We are back with Damien. I apologize for the 2 non-outro videos, but as I said in the description, my mom came home earlier than expected, and I didn't want her to try to help. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. What flavor pizza rolls are they? Really? Don't tell your dad about this. I'm definitely telling Hugo about this. Hey man, be cool. I am cool. Cool enough to not tell your dad? You're good. The Duchess noticed Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles toward Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls! Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. It's not what it looks like? Hugo stands at the door looking like he's at a loss for words.
Manchego.
Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Poof. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia.
I don't know.
How do you do? Borf. We're friends. The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out, and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while, but you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. I got the form ready for you if you're interested. I'll even waive the adoption fees. You know, we technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend. I know, he called me Dad! Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home, and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Felt you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers. You know, if you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh yeah. Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever heard him, Mary. You can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing. I completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here?
No.
I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is. You care, and that's awesome. And also, the glasses are very cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together. It would never be boring if it was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face into my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. Delicious. I was so scared he wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Does a bat have wings? Of course. I'd love that. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? Yes. Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac. Our fingers intertwined like a proper gentleman. He walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Ah, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Alright, how did I do?
I'm sensing a romance between us. A chemical romance. What? That's a band?
Fast forward. 'Cause this is all the same. Whoops. Too much. Too much! I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. We have really fluffy Samoyed right now. His name is Harold. He loves belly rubs. He always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again. Sure, Quadro we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? No, but I could get you in to meet all of them. We could always use extra hands around the shelter. And if those extra hands also happen to steal a dog, I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. Really warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment. Hey, Sailor. Your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached at the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm. I decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess! Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down. We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may. I don't mind at all. Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely. She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess and Cordelia spot a squirrel. Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. Phil! Brian, you made it! This is the same, but I don't want to fast forward so I don't miss anything.
Bro.
Bro.
Hey.
Nope, this is the same. I thought this was different. I was like, wait, was that different? Hi, Robert. Too much! Too much!
Oh, hey.
Fast forward.
I don't know.
Then keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Go a little slower. Was it after Robert?
Hey.
No, it was after Matt. Hey, Amanda's dad. I turned to spot Lucien walking up to me. Yes, Lucien? Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucien. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucien. See you around, Phil. As the party starts to wind down, I take a step on the... This is the same. Yep. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Dad.
Uh-huh. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard where Damien is sitting on a bench beneath our cherry blossom tree. He smiles at me. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emmas are gonna go get ice cream. Love ya, pups. Amanda runs off to join her friends. This is actually the first one where I don't have to do it again. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seedy boys? What? Really? I'm kidding, Phil. But what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day. Phil and I had a revelation the other day. Phil and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show my true form, my information technology form. But what you said about me, how my passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act.
Oh.
Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself. A three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way that I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Phil. Me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me, placing a hand on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss, but I think I can make an exception for you. Ah. Okay. Craig was Nathan. Cool. Craig was Nate wants to battle. Good to know. Nice. And that is it for Damien. I'm going to take a short break here to grab something to eat. But after I do that, I will go and woo Matt next. Until then, stay lucky.